everybody, and welcome to episode 3. Here we are in the volunteer files again, and we are talking a bit about the how, who, why, what, and when of service. You may have already noticed in the church that we have a banner that has participation at the top, and that's the why we serve, because we believe that everybody has been given gifts from God. And the scripture that is on that banner is 1 Peter 4-10, and I'm just going to read it for you now. Every believer has received grace gifts, so use them to serve one another as faithful stewards of the many-coloured tapestry of God's grace. We're not all called to do the same thing. We're not all called to be the same type of person, but we are all called to use our gifts for service. So hopefully you have signed up for an area which you have a particular interest in, or even you just feel God is compelling you. If you don't have skills in that area, we are more than happy to bring people alongside you to help train you in that area. So don't be afraid to put your hand up and to learn a new skill. The when of service. Typically, most volunteers for a Sunday morning will turn up by 9:30. There are some expectations to this, and that would be the worship or the media team, and they would get here at 8:30 on a Sunday. So if you are on a steward, if you're on welcoming or anything like that, the expectation is that you are here by 9:30. If for some reason you can't make it and you are going to be late, please let the Sunday service coordinator know, because we start to panic when people aren't in the places that they should be, and we start to try and look around for other people to fill those positions. But if you're still coming, please let us know. The why and the when you're on the roster can be a little bit tricky. As you can imagine, trying to accommodate everybody and filling in all the different jobs is very complicated. So administration does their very best to get all the jobs covered, but there perhaps might be a time when you think, oh, I really can't do that day or something. So it is your responsibility once you're on the roster to find somebody to swap with. How are you going to do that? Well, you're going to look along the roster, you're going to see the other people that have those skills and are serving in that area, and you are going to contact them and ask them if they can do a swap with you. So you will serve on the day that they were planning to serve, and they will serve in turn for you. Now, if you don't have a contact for them, administration is happy to help you with that information, but otherwise we do expect some independence in that area because we are already very busy. And once you sign on to serve, we expect you to take on just that full role of saying, okay, well, I'm going to be here, and if I can't be here, I'm going to make sure somebody is here to do that job. So if you need help the first couple of times to do that, you're most welcome to ask us questions and get advice about that. But please know the expectation is once you are on the roster, you are on the roster because you've put your hand up for something. You've said, yes, I want to serve in this area, and then it is your responsibility to fill that space that you've been put in on. It's okay to swap though if you need to. All right, who are you going to let know if you do need to swap, or if something happens and you're sick on the day and you can't turn up? You are going to let the head of your team know. So if you are in hospitality, you'll let whoever's on cafe that day, or if you're on the worship team, you would let the worship leader know, and also the Sunday service coordinator, who at this point in time is Shane. And they're the two most important people that you need to let know if something happens and you can't turn up for service. Now, you're only on what you told us you wanted to have a go on. Sometimes we might surprise you and we might think you show potential in a different area, or we might actually just be in a bit of a bind and have put you on somewhere because we know that you are a faithful servant, and we're really hoping that you can just help us out on that day. So please, there is so much grace that is required in putting together the roster and getting all the things done for service. So be kind to one another. Don't be cross if things aren't working out and you're feeling a little bit frustrated. Come and have a great conversation with us. We're happy to accommodate any questions, queries, any swaps that need to happen. We're happy to teach you how to do it. But the idea is that we're remembering we're in service to serve one another with love. And that means the people that are putting together the rosters, that means all the team leaders, that means every other volunteer on Sunday. So if you have any questions about this video, because I know there's been a lot of information, first I would encourage you to watch it a couple of times. Just get those things into your head. Then if you have any questions, come and see myself, come and see whoever is in administration on the day. Most likely that would be Rachel, or you can speak to someone else, perhaps one of your team leaders. Thank you so much again for serving, and that was episode 3.